everybody. It's Steve Taylor, our Bartow County Commissioner. The questions. Let's start with Tim Abbott. Tim Abbott wants to know, when will you retire?
Well, I'm not sure when that date is, David, but I will say that I'm good for 4 more years, if God willing, and I'm here. I'm elected, of course, just now, so I'll start my 3rd term on January 2nd of 21. So I'll be your commissioner through 2024, and I'll decide sometime well before the end of that date if I'll run again. I'll give people plenty of notice about when that date would be, but I'll be deciding within the next couple of 3 years whether I'll run for a 4th term or not. But right now I'm healthy and I'm feeling good and I enjoy the job, and it's a great community. A lot of good stuff is going on in Bartow County, so I'm good for 4 more years. Thank you.
Carter Shaw wants to know, what are the plans for improving traffic?
That's a good question, and that's a moving target always, as we know. There's some traffic hot spots in Bartow County. We know that, with the help of Georgia Department of Transportation, who has been very, very generous to Bartow County, by the way. There are several improvements in the county going on right now. One is the cloverleaf, we call it. Everybody that's a native of Bartow knows where the cloverleaf is, and that's up 41 and Highway 411 where they intersect right here just north of town. That improvement should be finishing up as we speak. It was scheduled to be completed in July. Today's the last day of July, and so you're seeing the barrels being removed. The landscaping is getting finished up, so that's a great project that's going to be good for moving traffic in that part of town. Another project that's about to get underway with GDOT is about to build a 4-lane highway all the way from Highway 113, what we call in Bartow the Rockmart Highway, from there all the way over to Emerson to I-75. So that connection will be taking place and starting here any time now. The contract's already been let. We expect to see dirt moving before maybe by this fall. So that's another big improvement for transportation in Bartow County. It will actually help a lot of truck traffic coming through downtown Cartersville. So that'll be a big help to all of us.
If you've been injured in an accident, call the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm.
Give us a call anytime. You'll talk directly to me.
Let this specialist in auto accidents fight for you. Call 770-694-1883 today.
Hey Cartersville, Tim here at Treasure Chest Outlet. Hey, guess what? It's summer. It's going to be hot. We got hot savings here at Treasure Chest Outlet. We have sofas. We have a truckload just arrived this week to replenish our floor. So come on by and check us out. We got a lot of sofas. We also have rugs that goes under those sofas. Hey, rustic is hot right now. We have a large selection of rustic items. We've got TV stands. We've got dining tables. We've got bedroom suites. We even have some homemade stuff that's made right here in Cartersville, Georgia by a local guy. If you need a bedroom suite, we've got a few on the floor. We've got a catalog full of them. We've got mattresses to go on them. If you need a recliner, we've got those recliners. Anything you might need, we're located at 927 North Tennessee Street. We got the knickknacks for the house. Come on by and see us. You just never know what you're going to find here at Treasure Chest Outlet.
Hello Cartersville, this is Kelly Jones and I'm here at Kennesaw Transportation. I just want to say that if you are looking to make a job change, we are here for you. We'd love to have you. We keep nice late model equipment, as you can see behind me. We are a family-owned company about to celebrate our 40th year anniversary. We have a sign-on bonus, benefits, 401k. I could just go on and on. So call me. The number is below, 1-888-BLUE-TRUCK. I would love to have you join our family. I hope you have a great, great year.
Two people asked the same question, Tony Strawn and Laura Bailey Fritz. They're asking about the proposed mine on Rock Fence Road.
That's probably been the single most controversial thing that's come up in Bartow in the past year. The proposed mine is off Rock Fence Road, between Barnsley Garden Road and Highway 140. in North Bartow. That any zoning that comes before me, I can't decide, or I won't decide until I hear both sides of the request. It's a public hearing. It first goes before the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission will make a recommendation, and that recommendation is really important to me because those are people throughout our community, business people, people from all walks of life, a diverse group that will hear this request, and they will vote on it. That vote is so important as far as zoning matters go. And so that will be on a Monday night. The following Wednesday, this will come before me in my public meeting, and that decision will be made. But I'll never make that decision until I hear both sides. I can say that I've had hundreds of emails and phone calls and almost every single one of them was against the mining request. So the community has spoken and spoken loud. That's the process that we need in Bartow County. When a request comes, you can call the commissioner's office, you can call your planning commission members and let them know what your feelings are. That is the democratic way to do things, and that's the way that we do it in Bartow County, and it's fair for everyone, but the process has to continue. We have to give landowners their due process, and so that's what we're doing here in this community, and so we'll know the first Wednesday in August what happens there. So I'm hearing it loud and clear, and so that's all I can say as far as the zoning request comes until I hear both sides of the argument, and that's the first Wednesday in August coming up.
Michael Bronner wants to know, why are my taxes going up when a mobile home depreciates every year?
Well, that's a good question, and if his taxes is going up, maybe it's always still, even though it's a mobile home, we still look at fair market value. And that's not a job that I do or I have anything to do with. It's a board of assessors that's downstairs in our same building. They are paid by the county, but the assessors work for the board of assessors. It's not appropriate for a county commissioner to go talk to people about their individual assessments. They need to file that appeal and go down and talk to that board. We have a very fair board of assessors. They strive to find the fair market value for everyone. And I can say it's made up of 3 individuals that live and are active in this community, and they do a good job of getting out there and listening to people and working with people. If your values on your home or your property is more, the county says they're more than they actually are, the fair market value, this board will listen to you and they'll try to make adjustments. They make several hundred adjustments. They can't individually assess 45,000 partials every year. They take a good look at those and they get a broad assessment throughout the county, and they go by home values, current sales, and they use a lot of criteria in making those determinations, but they're not perfect. And they're not always right. And so they will listen to you and they'll make appropriate adjustments. If your fair market value is not correct, they will correct it.
SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you find a huge selection of high-end mattresses without paying high-end prices? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you save 50 to 80% off retail every day? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. We offer the lowest prices on the best name brand mattresses. SOS Mattress and Clearance Center on Highway 41 in Cartersville, 1 block south of Home Depot.
Hi, welcome to Spencer Family Medicine. We're located on Henderson Drive in Westing Commons Shopping Center.
Unlike most medical clinics, we do labs right here in the office, including x-rays, saving you the hassle of scheduling yet another appointment across town.
Here at Spencer Family Medicine, we accept almost all insurance plans.
And we can almost always fit you in for same-day appointments.
We serve patients young to old.
From urgent care issues like broken bones to long-term issues like weight management and hormone therapy.
Not only that, but Dr. Spencer and staff are trained in aesthetic work.
So come to see us at Spencer Family Medicine. We would love for you to be a part of our family.
I'm Dr. Spencer, and I approve this message.
Okay, guys. Ready?
Ready, go.
Hello, Cartersville. If you haven't been by lately, come on by and check us out. We've totally revamped the store. We've added a lot more large capacity washers for your big loads. We have 40 pounders, 60 pounders, and 80 pounders for those huge loads. If you've got large bedding, come on by and see us. We've got the machine you need from a single person all the way up to a multi-family. If you're tired of doing laundry yourself, we offer a wash, dry, and fold service where you can drop it off. A few hours later, come back, it's ready to wear. We're located at 406 North Tennessee Street. It's All American Coin Laundry. Come by and see us for all your laundry needs.
Amelia Croft Cornwell. Why can't senior citizen mobile home owners get homestead tax exemptions? Sometimes we can't do a house if we wanted to. We're still good citizens.
If you own a home in Bartow County, you get a homestead exemption. It's not a senior exemption. Now, don't get senior exemptions confused with a school board senior exemption. Bartow County has a $5,000 homestead exemption available for every homeowner that lives in that home. It's not for your rental properties. It's for one individual home that you live in. Now, on the referendum this fall, I went to the legislature and asked that they put on the referendum that we double that homestead exemption from $5,000 to $10,000. And if you check around surrounding counties, we'll have one of the highest homestead exemptions in the area. So if that passes, and I hope it does, instead of exempting $5,000 off your single home, you can exempt $10,000. Now that's not off of any property. It's not off farms and land and commercial buildings, industrial buildings. That's only the home that you live in. So a $10,000 exemption equates to a $25,000 reduction in your fair market value. I think that's a pretty good exemption. I hope that people vote yes on that homestead exemption this fall. That will help that will help a lot more individual homeowners than lowering the millage rate will.
Marissa Bigby Heath would like to know, why is his salary so much higher than any other county commissioners?
Well, the other county commissioners have, the other sole commissioners, I'll go with that, and I think that's where that question is going. The other sole commissioners in Georgia are a lower population county. My salary is set by the local legislation, and it's set through the legislature, of course. I don't say I'm going to give myself a raise and give myself a raise. It is set through a legislative process, and that's appropriate to do that. I'm not the highest salaried commissioner by far in the state. There's other chairmen of boards in other communities that make a higher salary than I do. But it's a fair salary. If you look at comparative in industry, say 750 employees, $100 million budget, wouldn't you want an executive that makes a decent salary to get decent people to run for this job? So I can defend that salary all day long, but the point of the matter is I think it's fair and it's appropriate, and it is set by other people besides myself.
Cody Tatum would like to know why his taxes went down when everyone else's went up.
You know, I've heard that's been on Facebook. I'm not on social media, so I can't tell you for sure, but people have told me they read where my taxes went down. And I suggest to people, go to Q Public, Bartow, and look at my taxes. I have more than one property. I've been blessed in my life. I've worked all my life. I've sold my business in Cartersville, so I've accumulated some properties. Look at my properties and compare them and tell me which ones went down. My home actually has a equal value as it was last year, and some of my properties went up substantially. So if you want to total my properties, get on Q Public, go to the total of what I paid last year versus this year, and I think you'll find that my property tax, because of assessments, my property tax bill is going to be more than it was last year.
Bill Klein would like to know, why are my property taxes increased 3 times the amount I paid last year? When do they come around to look at the property? And lastly, where is all this money going?
Well, to start with, that is a Board of Assessors question. If his assessment is 3 times what it was last year, either two things are happening. He was getting a bargain the years before and they wasn't assessed high enough, or maybe his assessment is too high right now. I can't argue with that. I haven't looked at everyone's assessments. But if it's 3 times what it was, I hope he got an appointment with the Board of Assessors before the deadline and he can go plead his case. They'll listen to him and they'll try to look at fair market value, and that's where they're trying to get everyone's taxes at fair market value.
Hope I pronounced this correctly. Jeremy Karuki, K-A-R-I-U-K-I, Jeremy Karuki. Please ask him about his thoughts on the Confederate monument located outside the Bartow County Courthouse. I've sent him a well-researched essay concerning it and have yet to receive any type of response.
Well, the Confederate monument is a kind of a controversial, it's become controversial in today's times. You've got people on both sides of this issue that's passionate about it. And I'll say by state law, removing historical monuments is illegal. The Confederate monument in Bartow County, as everyone knows, belongs to the United Daughters of the Confederacy. It is on county property. And because it's on county property, it is protected by the state law that was passed a couple of years ago to protect historic monuments. When the state law changes, or if the United Daughters of the Confederacy wants their monument moved, then they can move it because it is their monument. But for the county to move that monument, we would be going against state law, and I'm not prepared to do that. Lynn
Huddleston. When are we going to get tethering laws for dogs that are continuously left out on 20-foot ties all day long?
Well, you know, if someone's leaving a dog out all day long in the sun, and I've heard reports of people tying them out without water and shade and sun and food, then they need to call our animal control. We've got a good animal control. They respond quickly to those type calls. And so the animal control officers will do a good job and go out and see if anything inappropriate is going on as far as animal welfare goes. We get very few calls now compared to when I first took office about tethering and people tying up dogs. I think part of that is because we've got local groups and local volunteers doing a good job with animal welfare education. We've got the Humane Society that constantly tries to educate people on animal welfare, and while we're talking about it, on spaying and neutering. We think that this community is catching up fast as far as spays and neutering their animals go. So thanks to the people and the volunteers that work with the Humane Society and other rescue groups. You know, Bartow is now considered a no-kill county as far as animals go. And the reason for that is all these rescue groups that are out there volunteering and helping out the Humane Society and animal control. And so I think we're moving forward. Are we perfect? No. Do we have a long ways to go? I think we do. But I think we're getting there. I think we're taking steps every year to improve animal welfare in Bartow County.
Hey, this is Joe Wilson, co-owner of Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, Cartersville's locally owned funeral home, serving all of Bartow County since 1977. The biggest difference of our funeral home here in Bartow County, Cartersville, is that we are a locally owned funeral home. We make all our decisions right here in the funeral home. When people walk in the door, they're going to meet the owner and know that we're making decisions on what's best for the families that have placed their trust and confidence in us and the needs of our community. One thing we always say to families that place their trust in us is ask a family we have served. We want people to know that when they come here for probably one of the most difficult experiences in their life, that they can feel comfortable with us. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, we want you to know it would be our honor to serve your family during your time of need. Please call us at 770-382-0034.
Hi, I'm Joshua Goodman with Elite Stone Supply. We sell everything from hardscaping, landscaping, stone, Husqvarna equipment, and premier portable buildings. We can make them from 6x10 all the way up to 16x40. We make garden sheds, garages, cabins, barns, anything you can think of, we can make it happen. Do you need to store Christmas stuff? Do you need to store a lawnmower? We can take care of that. Do you need to get away? Do you need a pool house by your pool? We can make it happen. Come check us out at Elite Stone Supply.
This is Cartersville Cell Phone Repair. We appreciate the community and enjoy serving you. Stop in for great deals for cases for all model phones. We have gently used tablets, phones, computers, car mounts, pop sockets, and Bluetooths. Not only are we the most committed phone shop in Cartersville, but we pride ourselves on quality repairs and sales. Stop in today. Come meet our team. Thanks, Cartersville.
I'm Glenda Mitchell with Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. If you've been involved in an accident, give me a call. Let me help you. I give every client my personal cell phone number so you can call or text me anytime.
Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. We come to you.
Rhonda Rousey, how does he plan to better ambulance arrival times?
Well, we've already done that. Our response times are better than they were several years ago. And I talk to Metro folks quite frequently, and they tell me how many ambulances we've got in the community, where they are. There's a couple of guys in leadership at Metro when I meet with them, and I meet with them, say, on a quarterly basis, and they're giving me good reports as far as our response time. Our training is real good, or Metro's training is really good. They invest a lot in this community. They are now moving to their own headquarters. When we first made an agreement with Metro, they were still stationed in our fire stations. Now Metro's moving out of those stations and becoming independent more so into their own buildings, which is what they should have been doing. So they're still growing. They're making big investments in Bartow County as far as ambulance care. They constantly work and monitor response times. And so we're really happy with the response times and the improvements we've made in our emergency operations in Bartow County.
Rhonda Rousey also wants to know, why does Bartow County not pay firefighters comparable pay as other counties?
I think our firefighters are probably behind Cherokee and Cobb, of course, and so is our sheriff's officers and quite frankly, other county employees. But then when you start comparing the northern counties, the more rural counties, we're stacking up pretty good with firefighter pay. We constantly try to improve the pay of our public safety employees. And so we haven't been able to give a raise this year, of course. We had one scheduled earlier because of the COVID and a hit on our revenue somewhat. We haven't been able to do that. We think we can still maybe get that done. We're looking at it on a monthly basis as far as pay goes, but that goes county-wide. You know, county employees as a whole hasn't had a pay raise in 2020. So we look at that on a monthly basis, and we're trying to get there. Hopefully, with the corona situation, and we hope it'll get better. I think it will. Hopefully, by the end of the year, there'll be a vaccine. The economy will get moving again, and we'll be in good shape, and maybe we can find a place to give those raises.
Michael Morrissey would like to know, what's the chance of building a county swimming pool, maybe at Hamilton Crossing?
Well, you know, I haven't had a lot of requests about a county swimming pool. You know, the school system has got one in Adairsville. We have the pool down in Cartersville, the senior pool, I call it, down on the around Dillinger Park. So there's public pools out there. As far as building a county pool at Hamilton Crossing, we don't have that in the plans, but we do have a splash pad plan and that's usually for the younger children, and so they're very popular in other communities. that will soon be coming to Hamilton Crossing within the next couple of years. And a new playground out at Hamilton Crossing, a really big, nice, modern playground. We just opened a dog park out there. There's a lot of amenities that we're adding to Hamilton Crossing, and that is in the center part of the county. And so as far as the swimming pool goes, there's no plans at this time, and there's not a great demand from the public, I think, for a county swimming pool. That would be a big investment in a continuing maintenance operation that would be quite expensive.
Vicky Ray Black Canella. Why is the roof pitch requirement 5/12 in Bartow for new builds and manufactured homes? Also, why 1,200 square minimum when a lot of people want to go smaller?
Well, that stemmed from an ordinance that came about I guess from the first ordinances in 1986 when the county zoning came in. We've been trying to improve on housing in Bartow County. The roof pitch situation came because a lot of mobile homes are bought with flat roofs, and after a period of years you start having leaks and things like that. So a roof pitch on any home, in my opinion, is fine. If you're going to ask why is a 5/12 roof pitch, why do we even require foundation on a home? Why do we require insulation? Why do we require safe wiring? You know, there's a lot of specs to build a home, and so why should a mobile home not have any specs at all? There's people in the community that thinks, you know, just pull a mobile home in and just don't require any kind of specifications. But yet, if you're going to require people that build a house, you've got several inspections that they have to pass before they get a certificate of occupancy in that home. So you've got a group that wants to treat home builders to a higher standard than if you live in a mobile home. Just throw all the safety and all those requirements out and just let them pull a mobile home in. So it's mobile homes still require a lot less investment than building a house. You can still buy one, but you can't buy a used mobile home without any of our modern requirements. Like in the old days, you could just pull anything into Bartow County and park it, where other counties have strict requirements. Ours might be lax. So it usually benefits the landlords that rent these mobile homes way more than it does an individual.
Bill Holtzclaw. Why are seniors not exempt from paying school tax?
That's a good question, and that's not in my lane. I've been asked to join on both sides of that argument, and as county commissioner, I'm not going to get involved in that. The school boards, both city and county school boards, are good people. They make their own decisions. They can decide, along with our local legislators, what to put on the referendum. I'm an individual citizen, and I might have my own personal opinion, but I'm not going to share it because I am the county commissioner. I manage the county government's revenues and the county government's employees. I don't delve into the school system's business, and I'm not going to start today. Thank you for the question, but I refrain from answering that.
Last question, and it's a personal question. Mason Orr, who cuts your hair?
Well, my daughter cuts my hair, and I need a haircut today, as a matter of fact. So Allison, my daughter, has been cutting my hair for a long time, and so I do have another barber in town that I've used occasionally when I can't get Allison to do that, and that's Scott Holder. He's been a friend for a long time, and so occasionally he'll cut my hair, but most of the time it's my daughter that cuts my hair.
Steve Taylor, thank you very much for taking the time to answer our questions.
Thank you.